For my company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. There is literally so much evidence on this guy as being a scammer. We're going to have to expand the video file. There's just so much stuff on him. It's unbelievable. So as I told you before that, you've been bamboozled. Now, bamboozled is a term when somebody's been cheated. Someone had the wool pulled over their eyes, been fleeced, the whole 9 yards. And the evidence is right out there. A lot of people really just didn't see it. It's right there. But at the end of the day, for a person who's been making screen paint longer than this individual has been, clearly shows at the end of the day, this stuff is nothing more than black and white house paint. And I told you before that when it comes to these products, usually they put in a couple of tablespoons of black paint, and that's it. Even if you do add in silver glitter, you're really not going to see the glitter all that much as you put a lot of it in there, but it's not going to make much of the difference. The basic two elements for these particular mixtures is black and white paint. Now, in this demonstration, you're seeing the personal mix, which we have here, and I think the other one may be the Metallica mix, which we have here. These are two products. If you look at them side by side, one's darker than the other, but in the long run, they both do the exact same thing, just like we have here. This right here is the personal mix. There you go. And this over here is the Metallica mix. Here you go. I'll throw them on the floor. I'm gonna turn my lights on, and you'll see that they're off by just a little bit. The same thing in the video. See right there? Same thing in the video. They're just off. One's a little darker than the other, but it's the same thing. You've been bamboozled. Now, if you don't know what that means, look it up. It'll straight take you to the T, exactly what it means. I told you when you put his products together, they all blend in together. That's it. They might show a little bit of a bump, that spacey about it, due to the fact that one's a little darker than the other or one's lighter than the other. That's basically about it. But at 13, 14 feet back, you're not going to see it. At 8 feet, you're not going to see it. At 6 feet, you're not going to see it. So let's show you this video right here. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to expand the video file. Literally, we're going to have to. There's just so much stuff on this fellow. It's not even unbelievable how long he's been doing this. All right, let's begin. And we're going to listen to his audio. The whole 9 yards. Everything's going to play. I want you to hear him laughing and carrying on, because at the end of the day, this guy scammed you. And you remember that.
All right, I'll do the best part. All right. Okay. No, and seriously. First thing I want to say, I haven't brought this out in the market yet at all. I haven't said if I was even going to think about selling it or anything like that. This was for a custom made screen for a customer. Actually, two customers, him and his, I think, cousin or friend. And that's all I wanted to do, so you guys could check it out, and that was it. But I got yesterday.
When I told you that, I'm not trying to rank on the guy's way he speaks or anything, but he doesn't know what he's talking about at all, period. That's why his website represents the same way he carries himself in the video. He literally doesn't know what he's talking about. At the end of the day, that product you're looking at right there is 4 tablespoons of black paint. We made it over here using his tutorial video. And that's what matched a $21 tablecloth downstairs in the basement. But listen to how they talk about how high tech it is and how so, how much time it took. Man, this is why we do certified screens and stuff. If I'm going to talk about a technology we developed that can do this, that, and the other, I'm sure enough going to show you that my screen can go against a $5,000 projection screen and take it down with no problem. And not only do that, take out multiple screens at the same time. You have to be, let's keep going.
After that, people literally just ordered and said, I want the new thing that you showed us that you did for a custom customer. So I'm not kidding, guys. I got like 15 orders yesterday. And I want to make a video because right now, I went to my PayPal, my emails and stuff, and I saw the orders and I was like, wait a minute, I'm not selling it yet, you know? And can you do a comparison with the personal mix that you have? Is it the same color? Is it the same tone? As you can see here, it's not even close. You see the different tones on it? It's totally different. And if you think that it's even in the same realm as a white screen. There you go. There you go. That's white. That's the mix. And this is, and as you can see, different tones. White, like a silver, metallic silver here on my personal mix, and totally different. Totally different. Nothing to do with any kind of silver, white, or nothing to do with anything like that. But yeah, man, I don't have a name for it. I didn't say I was gonna put it on and sell it or anything like that. I did not say that. I return most of the money to you guys, and you send it back.
That constant, that's never good in business. You're sitting there doing a contract with somebody and you constantly hear that, that person is making it up as they go along. That's when I'm in a business deal and I hear that going off all the time. I'm like, nope, guess what? We'll be in contact with you guys later on. We gotta go.
Right? I don't have a name. It probably won't have a label. I don't know. I'll send you the mix. There's no problem with that. I will send you the mix. All right. But guys, you gotta wait. You can't just, assume and just, I'm grateful. I am. I am grateful. I'm not complaining about that. That means that you trust me with your home theater and stuff like that. But guys, it hasn't been tested. This was custom made for a customer, and he wanted it, and that was it. It is, and I'm telling you this. This is not NB line rejection. That's not NB line rejection. It is for more dedicated theater rooms. Okay, dedicated theater rooms. This one, you could have some light in the background, you could have some light and stuff like that. Yeah, they're great, but this is more for a dedicated room. The blacks are nice. The contrast is nice all around. The brights are even brighter than this, and I am going to show you, okay? And people, were telling me to do something with a black background, which that's what I'm going to do. It's not calibrated to the screen or anything like that. I will show you guys. But be aware, once again, this is not NB line rejection, okay? This is more for dedicated room theaters. I'm more, like I said in my previous videos, I'm more about quality. I'm not out there putting trash, and I'm sorry.
Now, the problem we have with this, if this is supposed to be our screen, why is the receiver darker than the paint here? And it actually matches the paint there. These people don't think when they do these demonstrations. You literally have the same paint that's here. Our black screens are never that gray. Our screens are actually black. It should be matching that receiver right there. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is another video we're going to start topics on how Crow commits fraud.
You say it like that, but to me, this $300 paint that somebody sent me, I didn't pay for it, thank God. I wouldn't pay that much money for a paint mix, $300. I mean, if it's just for 1 quart of crap, I'm not going to do that. But I left this.
Look how it doesn't even match. See, it's gray. Yeah, and it's actually matching the same material he has here and here.
Here, just so you guys can see that, for a dedicated room, you don't need a dark mix. You don't. You need something in between, something silvery, something,
Now, remind you, when he said this, now Crow is trying to make a black screen paint. There you go. To think about that.
But going that dark.
Wait a minute.
And
right here. See? They are both the same. Right there. That shows you faked your demonstration. We catch this guy on everything. We're going to have to expand the video file because there's one actually we had to do on the black paints alone. That's actually it's insane. It is actually insane. But your product here and here, buddy, is matching. Right here and here, it's all matching.
No, man. I don't know. I mean, some people want contrast and stuff like that. I get it, but keep in mind that you will lose whites. Okay. And I don't care. I'm putting it out there, guys. I know you guys get your information because after I did this thing, Kenny just blew up with 10 videos, man. Just boom, here you go, man. And like I said, this is not even in the market, and that's how threatened that guy is. So if he's threatened for something, I just can't.
Now imagine we got the same video from Partey, who said that I was canceling his orders, but we have all the canceled orders. And Crow says we're afraid of him, but we have 15 canceled orders. Think about that.
Came up with for a custom customer, which I don't think he even does this. Now then that means that I'm doing something really good, man. Because in my mind, I don't have them thinking about him. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna show it off to him. No, I don't. Nah, dude, you're not even in my world right now, dude. Seriously. But I'm just here because I'm trying to give the best quality paint mix for their screen. So the projector.
I have to say real quick, you guys slid your credit card into a person who just explained a video like this. I'm gonna leave that alone. It has so many questions attached to it. It's not even funny. Not even professional on any level. Presentation is extremely poor. But let's move on.
Work properly and get the beautiful colors.
And that's we see why he's matching the tables off.
Images that they deserve. I'm not here telling them contrast, dark contrast. Oh, I got the best whites of the whites. And no, you don't. It doesn't work that way, bro. It doesn't. That's why you record your videos from like the fence way out there in the back. That's why you're recording it from a mile away. You do this, and then you go back, and you do this, and then you go back. That's how you do. You never get close to the images or anything like that. Like I'm about to do. And this is not MB line rejection. Once again, I don't know where you get your info, bro. Kenny, stop saying that, if I claim to be MB line rejection, I never claimed it is. I never have, with my new mixes, and I never will with my new mixes. So this is just for people that want to have.
Actually, when you do demonstrations in a fully lit environment, you're claiming your product to be ambient light projection. If your products are not ambient light projection, then you should be challenging technology that is ambient light projection at the end of the day. It's like if I make a motorized projection screen and it's not weatherproof, and the other company does have a projection screen that is weatherproof, why would I challenge at the end of the day? Simple and plain. But judging by the demonstration, you keep trying to do an ambient light, you're trying to pose that it is, but it isn't. But let's move on. Now, the most important thing about this demonstrations is you will watch how these screens will blend together. At 6 feet, at 8 feet, you will not recognize one from the other, which means these products are only off by a couple of shades of black paint. That's it. As I said before, this is an old video. This is to show you at the end of the day, this guy was pulling a bamboozle on you the entire time to try to make it seem like it was something more than it wasn't. And even in his presentation, you can see he was constantly tripping over words. He was constantly pausing. He was kind of making it up as he went along because even himself could not even understand or give you a proper term on how his product actually works, how it functions. If you were on Shark Tank, you would have got probably about a good maybe 2 minutes in and they would have told you no.
Good images, good quality images, not from garbage 720p, 2005 project, 20 claim it is. I never have.
Listen to him tripping over his own words.
With my new mixes, and I never will with my new mixes. So this is just for people that want to have good images, good quality images, not from garbage 720p, 2005 projectors or none of that with 800 or 600 by 400 resolution. No. This is about treating your home like a kingdom where you're going to sit down and you're going to get the best images from a 1080p projector, even from a 720p, but having the 1200 by 800 resolution, I give you that. But when you're trying to get a $30 projector, even if it's Epson, Ultima, whatever, I've said it before, and you're trying to get these kind of images with a 600 to 400 resolution with 500 to 1 contrast ratio, then wow, just stay away from my channel, man, seriously.
So let me get this straight. We did a demonstration outside on a 720p projector at 600 by 800 res, 27 feet back, and we were able to pull that image at around 451 on a 150-inch screen. Crystal clear. But okay.
Like, seriously, I don't have time for that. Like, I'm sorry, but
How much time we got here?
if you're falling for like false advertisement out there that's saying that, you know, you will get the best images, then stay in that channel and waste your money on that, all right? Because I'm not about that. I'm about saving you hundreds. I'm about...
Now, mind you, when we're done with this, we're going downstairs to a $21 tablecloth. So I want you to listen to this whole thing. If Crow had did his test on simple, just black and white paint products, he would have noticed that his products actually match black and white paint. Even more disturbing, we have everyday primer coming in today from Sherwin-Williams. There's going to be nothing in this stuff. We're just going to basically lay it to a screen and see if it blends. It's going to be pretty bad.
Giving you quality and, you know, that from your projector, all right? But if you want to get best quality, then, you know, $500, $200, $300 projectors, which is the, you know, full 1080p resolution is what you want. All right, I'm just being blunt and I'm just being real here, guys. That's all I'm doing. Don't get offended. So let me show you what this does in a dedicated.
Now look at this. I told you. The same paint. This is supposed to be a paint he got from a customer. It matches here. It matches here. And it matches there. That's black. But like I said, we're going to have another demonstration on that. This is going to be about Crow falsifying demonstrations. The second one is going to be about who he really is by showing you some of the very disturbing things that we've received from him down through time. But let's move on from here to show you where at the end of the day, this is from what I'm seeing here, this is only a few tablespoons short from the other one we have here. But when the projector comes on, how it's all going to blend nicely. When we go downstairs, we'll do the exact same demonstration. It's all going to blend nicely into a tablecloth.
Theater room or light control environment, which I have, right? All right, guys, what is no, don't leave. So I'm back. My son's playing, so he's gonna probably be screaming because he's gaming in the background. All right, but it's all good. So this is what you get. This is Crow's personal mix versus the new mix right here that people are just stop buying it right now, man. It's not ready. Hey, stop. Oh my God, I will ship it. I am gonna ship it to you guys. You know, I just read a few emails before this video, and one of the emails was like, Crow, the reason I jumped on it because, and I paid for it, you know, is because I want to take advantage of the February special because I know you're gonna probably sell that mix more expensive. I haven't even thought about even selling it, dude. So I don't know where you getting your information, man. What? No, so that's what he told me. So, you know, I'm gonna honor it. It's cool. I just have to do like over 5 gallons of mixing again. Okay, I will mix it first of all. Second, I won't be able to ship it tomorrow because as you can see, it's President's Day. The post office will be closed. I'll ship it Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, blah, 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 and the next week into next week because I did have orders before you guys. All right, so. This was kind of a video to answer questions, and you will get it sometime this week or next week, depending on how fast I get the other orders out. Okay, guys? So just be patient. Just be patient. Seriously.
Now you see how close he's literally up on top of the screen? The two screens look exactly the same. It's sad. I'm not kept from laughing here, but they are exactly the same. There isn't a difference between night and day. One just basically slightly a little darker due to the fact that it has a little bit more black paint in it. which means at the end of the day, if he would have dropped the same amount in the other one, it would have did the exact same thing as the one on this side right here with no problem. This is why we mentioned 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is why he won't do the demonstrations, because if he makes that product, it's going to match perfectly. And mind you, like I said, we have a $21 tablecloth downstairs that matches all 3 of his screen paints. Way before the Cinemax was ever developed, we have it downstairs. It wasn't in this video, and all 3 of them matched. So how do you take a product that you didn't even make yet in this video that is now matching all 3 of your products and a tablecloth at the same time? Bamboozle.
All right, so there you go, guys. This is what I get with this mix. As you can see, it's a really beautiful, bright mix. All right, and you know,
Now see, the darker product he has here when it comes to the contrast levels. When Crow does demonstrations like this, he will make sure that whatever he's displaying is the opposite of the other screen. So he'll keep it in white levels, but he can't do that with our technology because our technology produces insane white levels. So the best thing he can do is try to falsify the product. And we'll show you in the next demonstration. Not now. I think I'm going to take a break for a bit because we have to fill up our video file. Right now, we're about to go live on that page in about a few minutes. I'm going to make sure we have enough videos in there and contents for people to see. But yeah, that's what he'll usually do. He usually does.
I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not going to lie. It has really.
See right there? Bingo. Now see, whatever he had in that product, whatever there, like I said, was matching the Batman screen, that would have automatically picked up deeper reds and better blues and so forth. White levels, I can see if he has, hold on a minute. What are you doing? If this was the UV mix, which a UV mix has a really hard time picking up white levels, but it can maintain its color and contrast to a certain degree. That would have no problem. But at the end of the day, like I said, as you can see, for a product that's supposed to be, as he said, it's supposed to be ours, it does pretty well right there at the end of the day. But it's not our product. It's clearly matching his background of his screen.
Pretty good contrast. It does. It doesn't have like this kind of contrast that is garbage. It actually has the contrast that it needs to have. Well balanced. All right.
But the problem you have here is these 2 screens are blending into each other. If you put the same amount of black paint here, he would get the same reaction here. If you put less paint here, he would have got the same reaction there. Let's see how much more of this we got to go in here. All this was done in the dark. No lights on at all, period. If we did this, the screen would have washed out. If you notice, he's been doing these same dark demonstrations for just about forever. There is no difference at all. All right, let's go downstairs.
And they'll send me this video, and I was like, dude.
And let's have a look at the tablecloth. So downstairs, we have an Amazon tablecloth. I think I'm going to put that in right now for you guys, so that way we can have it already set up. Let's go grab the Amazon tablecloth right here. Let me see where are we at in this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go here instead. It'll be a lot easier. Let's see. Let's go over to here. We need live. There we go. Let's go over to live. Here's a tablecloth right there. Did I put the link in for this tablecloth? No, I did not. So let me go in and grab one with a tablecloth in it. Because I need to put one in 2 of these at the same time while we're all here to get that done. Let's see. Is it in here? There's a tablecloth right there. That is the tablecloth right there. As a matter of fact, let's put in, how much of this do we have in here? This is the, what ingredients is in here we have in this page? It's just that, okay, I'm going to take all these right here. I'm going to take this right here. It's for the tablecloth. This is the Amazon tablecloth we're going to be using in the demonstration in a few minutes. Come out of here. Let's come back over here. And I want to go over to, let me see. Need to come back up a little bit. A little too far down. Okay, we're going to put it here because we definitely need it in there. There's a tablecloth for that one. Let's go over and let's put this one over in here. There's the tablecloth, but we also need the screen paint mixtures made too from the black and white video, from the black and white paint. So we do need that one. Let me see, that one should come up under, is it this one? Should have it. Let me see. Here it is. Oh yeah, this is it right here. This is the black and white video. And this is where we made his product. Actually made the product you're seeing right now in this video. We made it live on camera and it matched. We also matched the personal mix to the demonstration of him making the black and white house paint, which should go perfect with that demonstration. All right, we'll put that in here. Put this here. Now we call it the Raven. That's the nickname we gave it for the tablecloth. I actually ordered me another one for myself. There we go. Now in this demonstration, you will see the video where Crow is basically doing the black and white paint. The personal is the one we have, which he claimed this is a special product that he made for a customer. But at the end of the day, it just turned out to be nothing more than just black and white paint.
You made the paint in it.
Here we go. We've all seen this one before, right? Here we go. So we can get a recap on that one. So that's the paint he said he specially made for that customer. That was black and white paint. We used that to make a match against a personal mix. So keep in mind, when we go downstairs on this demonstration, the Cinemax, which he has not been able to back up, we already know already from the door. I asked him to prove me as a fake at the end of the day, and I asked him to prove that the item we have here is not real by backing up your product. He hasn't done it. He has ignored it, which means at the end of the day, his personal, Metallica, UB Mix, and Cinemax are real, and they're down here for testing. So he already knows that from the door. He can't even back his products up. So keep in mind, in the video you saw about Bamboozle, the Cinemax didn't exist. So how is it possible that we have all three of those mixes downstairs? All three of them look exactly the same side by side, including the tablecloth. All right then, this will give you something to think about. All right, let's go downstairs. Let's take a look at the tablecloth. So this is the tablecloth we got off Amazon, $21 for the tablecloth. It is 50, what is it, 60 inches high by 120 wide. And we're on a 720p projector, the one you bashed, that you said that 720p couldn't pick up an image. Well, the 720p projectors can pick up an image because I have one there for my ceiling. I got one over here for my screen over here. And that's 150 inch up there, way bigger than what you have. And I can do that with the lights on a 720p. It's not the projector that has a problem, it's the screen paint. Just like the P2, amazing projector, amazing piece of hardware. The only problem is it's only as good as what it's displayed on. If it's displayed on crap, it's gonna look like crap. All right, so there's the tablecloth right there at the end of the day. In the middle, that is the Cinemax. So we're going to take the personal mix. We got our tape here, right? Or did Mr. Bird carry it with him somewhere, which he usually does? Oh, we got it over here. So we're going to do our side-by-sides. We've done this already. But after watching the video and hearing him talk in the video about how this product is supposed to be special and how he's making sure you get the best of the best, and he's saving you hundreds of dollars, not stealing from you at the end of the day, keep in mind, we'll see exactly how it measures up to a tablecloth. And later on today, once Sherman Wayne gets done dropping off my primer, we'll basically do a demonstration against primer. No black, no glitter, no silver, straight paint. All right, so we have right here. All right, and we'll go grab the other one. That's the personal. Let's put the personal and I want them side by side to each other. Just like this. This is how I want it, just like this. Now, when you look at them, come over here with me. When you look at them, you'll see that one is darker than the other. You see that? Just like in this video? Upstairs. One was lighter, one was darker. Okay, just want to make sure you see that. And let's see if you see any difference. See, they'll do the same thing that they did in the video. Let's go over here to, let's see, let's get a good one. Let's get some flowers. Let's see what we got going on here. Shit, there we go. We got some flowers right there. All right. And there you go. Two different shades, and they're all matching together with no problem whatsoever, because they're only off by a couple of shades of black paint. The only difference, this one's going to produce a slight little difference, that's it. But to Crow, that is a huge difference, because of that one little bump, there's a massive change of difference. No, it's the same thing. And the Cinemax, keep in mind, didn't exist at the time. And look how well that blends into the rest of them. Even more of a larger red flag. And then at the end of the day, you have the tablecloth. That matches all three of them together. Now, does the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint product we made 7 years back match a tablecloth? Yeah, it does. It does match a tablecloth. Did we need to do those tests 7 years ago? No, not really, because everybody was making paint out of black and white mixtures. There's a whole bunch of them all over YouTube, different ways people were making them. So it really wasn't something that people really did a lot of testing then. It's a 7-year-old product. But when people say, well, it should be the same thing. No, it was 7 years ago, which actually tells you at the end of the day that the product that you have on your wall is older than your projector, even if it's brand new. Because it matched a 7-year-old screen paint. Now today, with the way we have technology, ambient light rejection technology, all that stuff, ambient light rejection screens is an automatic must from the door. Screens are not the same as it used to be back then. So if your product is matching a 7-year-old screen, then there's some issues right there at the end of the day. Let's get this one right over here. Let me see. I want to go with, let's do some LG. I haven't done LG in a while. So remember, all that talk you were hearing in the video about how amazing the paint is, and this, that, and the other, and how we did this and that, and so forth, to have it come down to matching a product that didn't even exist yet. That ends up matching his products. They both match each other, the Metallica and the Personal, and they all match the tablecloth at the same time. There you go. Bamboozle. Question: how does the Cinemax that didn't exist at that particular time, or the Metallica Mix 2.0, are blending into the Personal Mix, and how all of them together are blended into a tablecloth? You remember the red wagon theory? You sell someone a red wagon, you jump over their gate and steal it, sell it paint it a different color, and you sell it to somebody else, and you sell it right back to the same person. There you go. You got bamboozled. That's why we have all those certified screens over there. That's what they're there for. To show that our product can do something different than any other screen can't do. That's why you don't see them doing our same demonstrations. And by the way, the projector behind me is 720p. That's the same projector he says that was crap, people don't use them, so and so again. Oh, like again, at the end of the day, it depends on how you use the projector. The same projector you slandered is the same projector we're using in the demonstration, and it's picking up on your product, the tablecloth, and everything else at the end of the day. And yet I can take your product and that tablecloth and stick it against the screen behind this, and I can level it with no problem. Let's go grab ourselves another one. See how much bamboozle we'll be getting today out of this. Let's go over to, I want to do this one right here. There's a video in here I wanted to do. So what sounds like a better deal to you? $80, $89, $40 for a gallon, or $21 for a tablecloth. Bring it back a little bit more. There we go. And that screen is way bigger than the one he has in his video demonstration. Let's go grab ourselves another one. Let's go grab, let me see, since we're doing it with some lights out, we'll get a better contrast level for the gray screens. The tablecloth is picking up a better contrast level than the two screen paints we have here. Oh, that's bad. That's not good at all. I didn't even notice that at first. We gotta have a look at this. Hold on for a minute. Tablecloth is picking up a better contrast. Yeah, it is. It is literally picking up a better contrast than the screen, especially the personal mix. Well, that's not good. I didn't see that at first. I see it now. We're gonna have to do a video on this. See that shaded gray to it? That's not good. I mean, it's not accepting the content. The tablecloth is picking it up better. Well, there you have it. Tablecloth picks up better contrast than this product. And it's cheaper. All that talk, all that nonsense you just heard in that video of him tripping over his words and trying to figure out what he was saying before he was saying it, he was just confused as can be. And all that nonsense just to have it come down to two products that didn't even exist at that particular time ended up blending together, just like on his screen paint, and a tablecloth, which now is producing better contrast than his screen paint. Look at that. The black color is off here. It's like a grayish look to it. It's darker here on the tablecloth. The personal mix isn't picking up jack at all. And the Cinemax, wow, that's picking up nothing at all. And this is supposed to be the one equal to a black screen. Are you kidding me? Look at the black here and look at the black there. That ain't good. That ain't good for you today. That is not good for you. So basically the tablecloth picks up better contrast in your screen. Let's try that straight 4K fish. Yeah, I was right. Tablecloth picks up better contrast than your screen paints, all three of them. which shows you at the end of the day, in order for you to achieve those somewhat darker contrast levels, even though they weren't black, you were using that projector as a crutch. Because with our technology, it doesn't make a difference what projector we grab in this shop. If it hits one of the screens, it's going to produce a contrast level regardless. Whether it be 100-to-1 contrast, whether it be 200-to-1, 3,000-to-1, it doesn't make a difference. It's going to pull that contrast level. But your product is having an issue over here on a projector with a 3,000-to-1 contrast ratio, which means you were using the enhancements with a calibrated projector on a high-power piece of equipment in a dark environment to enhance your picture quality. Because your customers are not picking up the same image unless they have the same projector or better. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of bamboozle. Let's go pull up the OLED horse and see what comes up. Let's go over here for a minute. Yeah, look at that. Tablecloth is better. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, you have been bamboozled. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not adding up. Look at it. Wow. You got to be kidding me. So not only did we just find out today, freshly today, that the tablecloth picks up a better contrast level, picks up the same white levels and colors with no problem whatsoever, but also, too, consider the fact that it's cheaper than your product. It's ultra short though compatible. It's weatherproof because it has that water repel on it. It stretches, it's wrinkle free. And the video you were talking about this product being this latest product, something new. At the end of the day, both products in that video, even they match side by side with no problem. And they did the same thing exactly here with two mixes that you didn't even have in the video demonstration, which clearly shows at the end of the day, your product is nothing more than a black and white paint by a couple of tablespoons of black paint here and there. This is why when we asked him to do the demonstration on his own demonstration tutorial video, he refused. This is why. But we got another demonstration for today, which I'm more curious than anything in the world. I want to see if we just take everyday grade primer. We don't put nothing in it. And I mean, I want to see a difference between night and day. I don't want to see a bump. I don't want to see a hiccup. I want to see a huge, massive difference. That's what I want to see. I wonder. Because it's going to get to a point where this guy is this lazy where he can't even go on his own website and basically upgrade his page and make it look more professional at the end of the day. If he's too lazy to do test demonstrations, if he's too lazy to do a real demonstration without cutting corners at the end of the day, you can't even do a presentation correctly. At the end of the day, who's to say it gets to a point where if he feels that he can get over on having a video of black and white paint long enough up there for 27,000 hits, it's been floating around that long, if he feels he can get away with that and convince you that two screens side by side look differently when we both know they don't at the end of the day, then who's to say that he gets to a point where he says, you know what, I'm not going to waste any money on black paint. I'm just going to send them over gray paint. They'll never know the difference. Let's see if you can see the difference. Let's see if you can see the difference between everyday grade primer and its product. Does it really show a difference? Let's grab something here over here. Let's go grab these white levels. Man, that is bamboozle all over it. They got the Christmas cottage in there. Make sure I don't go over my time here. We got the Christmas cottage. We got the snowfall. We got the Christmas cottage in there. We got the other one here too. Wow. Oh, man. Now, you remember when Crow said about darker mixes? Remember what he said about that? This is the UV. You saw how dark the UV is? The UV is exactly the same color that he displayed in the video demonstration in that Batman screen. They're exactly the same color. It's a dark screen paint mix he made. And then he tried to make a black one. Didn't go too well. That's the black screen paint product they made. Actually, dark gray. This is a UB. And the original container, see how dark it is? This is where he claims that he doesn't do dark screen paints. Oh, yes, he does. He tries to. He tries. There's the UB right there. Now, this right here is the ivory version of the tablecloth. We got all three of them. We got one more to buy. This is the ivory. It's the light version we have right here. It's the lightest one they make. If you want really, really in crazy white levels, you guys want that. This is the ivory version of the tablecloth. Now, the one they had, this is ivory white. This one here is light gray. That's what the UV mix turns into when it sits against that screen. Oh, by the way, that screen is both front and rear. Also, too, now let's take the metallic Cinemax and let's put that over here. Let's see what we get. And see how dark that's come up? And that screen's not white, by the way. That screen is actually an ivory kind of gray. It's not that, it's not white. Let's come over here. Let's look at the two screen paints he has here side by side. One being lighter, one being darker. As I said before, as he did in this demonstration, you can't tell the difference. Or you can tell the difference if you see it against that screen right there. That's a much more lighter screen. So with screen paints, you're only off by a couple of shades of black paint. That's it. See? They all blend together. You got bamboozle. That's what it is. You got bamboozle at the end of the day. That's what it is. Now, they may look different when you put them next to each other. They may look different. But at the end of the day, they all blend in together like one big, beautiful family. See? Just about almost there in time. Let's take that off again. I'm going to walk in front of the projector so you can see that they're all three different colors. You can see that? All right, you see it? There you go. All that nonsense he was talking about, the different shades, no, that's crap. They're all going to blend in together. They're going to have a slight little bump, that's it. Because one's going to have more black or less black than the other. But if you're standing back here, because you're not going to be that close to a 120-inch screen, that's a big screen to sit next to. You're going to be back around here, maybe a little farther back, who knows? Now, from way back here, can you really see the difference in the paint? You can't, can you? Bamboozle, that's what I mean. And if you don't know what bamboozle means, Google it. It explains it perfectly at the end of the day. So yes, your buddy Jamie, or as we call him, Fernando Gonzalez, aka Crow1176, has been scamming you, bamboozling you for a very long time. That whole presentation you've seen him put on, as bad as it was, I'm sorry, but it was pretty bad, explaining the difference between the product and this, that, and the other, and so forth, and how many people wanted it. No, at the end of the day, if it was 15, you scammed 15 people at the end of the day. So like I said, he expects for people who don't know much about projection. If you know less than him, then you know less. You really know less at the end of the day. And those are the kind of people he likes. People he can easily coerce and just easily manipulate and mold to buy his products. At the end of the day, you're just getting nothing more than just black and white house paint. And you could do that at $40 a gallon, or you could just go and get yourself a tablecloth. Now, I have to get ready because pretty soon my primer is going to be here, and I'm really curious about this, man. I'm really curious. How close would this come to everyday primer? Like nothing in it, nothing at all. Because at the end of the day, if he sends you a gray screen paint product, how could you tell? Now you see why he has the policy on the website. If it lands at your front door, it's yours. All right, well, that's basically about it. I'm going to get out of here real quick. Look at that. It pulled a better contrast level than the screen paint. That is just freaking... I didn't see that at first. I wonder if I put on an all-black screensaver, what will we bring up? Hold on for a minute. We got to see this. I just got to see this. All-black screensaver. That's an all-black screensaver on right now. These screens should not be gray in the front. They're supposed to be as dark as the surface you're seeing right here. Yeah. That's not good. All right. Well, with that being said, wait. Let's do this one right here. This is one right here. Just got to see. Man, that's pretty bad. Look at that. The screen is basically picking up a darker contrast. So with the bottom of the Coke bottle, look how that's basically coming up. That surface is actually picking up a better contrast level than his screen paint. And that's the personal mix, when we talked all that stuff about in the video. Yeah. All right, we're done here. I want to keep the video short and sweet. We're going to start uploading really soon. When that's done, we're going to put the link. We can actually go see the blacklist, which we have here, right here on the website. And you can see all the videos and all the information we've gathered on this individual down through time. As I said, keep in mind, we can't post anything on the site that's not true. We have to have evidence of this actually happening. And like I said, being scammed on black paint, evidence. Demonstration of him making his product with black and white paint, evidence. That's him in the video. That's him doing his acts right there. Cursing and carrying on and racial slurs on, we have evidence of that too. Evidence of basically fraudulent on his website. Yep, it's right there. All information we got is directly from the individual and the individual only. All right. And the ability to be able to match a tablecloth and be beat by a tablecloth in the contrast levels. Well, there it is right there. That's why we did all the demonstrations live. All right. With that being said, it's up to you at the end of the day, whether you want to get bamboozle or you want to get exactly what you paid for at the end of the day. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.